Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Darla Russell with Matt Devine, Fairway Mortgage. Matt.
How we doing? Good to be here.
We're going to right back as we're going to jump in and discuss renting versus buying. On this session, we're going to dig a little deeper with renting versus buying, and I have Matt here who's going to go over some numbers and some pros and cons with renting versus buying.
Couple things. First, just a little bit of an introduction to myself. I've been in the mortgage business for 18 years. I've seen just about everything, every scenario you can throw to me. Sometimes renting does make the most sense. Many times renting doesn't make the most sense. And what I have, especially over the last couple of years, there's a lot of buyers that have gotten pretty disgusted with the market, to put it in lighter terms. There's been bidding wars like crazy, and they're just now they're on the fence and they're thinking that renting is the best thing to do. In some cases, that may be the case. In many cases, before you sign a lease, let's look at some historical numbers so that we could see what it looks like to rent here in Johnson County versus buying here in Johnson County. And I think based on the illustrations that I'm going to show you guys in this video, you're going to see that there's a massive gain in appreciation that you'll get by owning a home versus renting a home. Look at the chart that I have provided below, and what this shows you is, first question to ask yourself, and while you're talking with your family, how long do you plan on seeing yourself in the next home you plan to purchase? If this is a year-long home that you want to be in, or 2 years, maybe it does make sense to rent. And if this is a 5, 6, 7-year home, take a look at this chart. You'll notice that in Johnson County, I dialed it to our local zip code here. The historical appreciation rate is just over 3%, as you'll notice. The forecasted appreciation rate is just over 4%. I didn't use that. That's just a forecast. We're going to go based off of facts that we have from previous data. And if you look at the appreciation gain over the next 7 years that you're going to see in a home based on the 3% historical appreciation rate, I'm also factoring in the cost that maybe your rent might be a little bit cheaper per month, based on what you'd spend on a home. But I'm also factoring in, if you were to lose, maybe spend a little bit less money, that loss in monthly payments, you'll see that loss on this chart that I'm showing you. I'm also factoring in what it would cost for you to sell your home, say after 7 years. So I'm looking at it from all expenses versus all gains. And when you look at those numbers, and we can dive this in, maybe make it to show 4 years, or we can show 7 years in this case. I think you'll be surprised at what you'll see by just taking the time to see if renting versus buying is the right thing to do. Again, if it is, we'll let you know it is. If it's not right for your particular situation and you could really gain in buying a home, this is what the stats show, and that's what I want to pass along, is the stats and the facts, and hope you become a homeowner.
I was going to say, just yesterday I was in a team meeting and I heard somebody say when you rent a home you are paying 100% rent.
That's correct.
Versus when you buy a home. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or Matt Devine. I will have our contact information in the bottom below. Also, I will put his form in a PDF, and you can click on it and download it to refer to it. Thank you, Matt, for your time today, and I look forward to meeting with you more.
Thanks so much.